Well, hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation. Welcome back along also to Oakfield Farm, where today we're busy tedding some hay around, or some grass around. We got Barry here in the case. I mowed this grass backfield down here about 3 days ago, and it's been very dry since then actually, so it's got a good amount of drying time. So I opted just to come in today and knock it around a little bit, just to let the air get under it and get through it a little bit more. And it seems to be coming on really well. We've got Barry here. Like I said, he's been in this field now only for about an hour and a half. He's making some great guns, so that's really good. And yeah, in places it's actually quite good. It's not too patchy at all. In other places it's a bit sparse. On the hill up by the yard there, it's a little bit worse for wear. But it is what it is. We'll get a second crop of hay off of this. And then we're doing a couple more fields as well, just get them done now before, well, I expect really in the next couple of days, well, next week or just under a week we should be in with getting the combine going for the spring cereal crop. So I want to get this done first, so we don't have to worry about it again. But yeah, he's doing a grand job, spreading out lovely. So he's probably not got too much longer to go there, so we'll just leave Barry to crack on. And we're going to have a quick drive up and see David, because at the moment there he's out in the New Holland. He's up on the top field, or the top block of land, mowing the field we had up there that we mowed for silage bales. So I just got a phone call from him on the way down here to suggest that he's having a bit of tractor trouble. He's been up there now for a few hours. He said he's almost finished the field, apart from a few bits he needs to tidy up. Yeah, he mentioned that the tractor cut out, just stopped working, and then it also he can't get it started again, which would suggest we've got a bit of a problem with the fuel line really. So I'm not too sure what that is. But what I do know is we're going to go and figure it out. So we're going to head on up there. We're not too far away. Doesn't take us too long to get there. And this, ideally, if it's just a slight blockage, that would be perfect. Because the last thing I want at the moment is to have to figure out how I'm going to survive harvest with the tractor down. That'd be pretty much one of the worst things we could experience at the moment. But we'll see. Won't know until we get up there, I suppose. Been a lovely couple of days here. The sun's been out. It's been great drying weather. There's been a lot of the local lads on with their own harvest at the moment, so I'm feeling a bit envious of them all. I'm desperate to kind of get going myself here at the moment, but we can only do what we can do. And at the moment went out and did a bit of a crop inspection this morning, and we're still coming in around about anywhere between 18 and 21%. Oh, speaking of a harvest, here's one of the locals. Go. I think there's a couple of different farms going up the hill here, like just kind of further up the valley from where we are. And the thing is, everyone's leading down to the same grain store at the moment, which means there's obviously a bit of a bottleneck there. So it's all systems go. But what can you do? You can only just play with the hands you dealt with, as they say. So we're going to swing into here. We should find David's just tucked around here somewhere. He's probably having a cup of coffee now because he can't do anything else. Up we go. Okay. So this field has a little bit more grass on it actually. I'm surprised at how far this is growing along. It's looking very thick. We'll get a great crop off here. It's going to take a little bit longer because obviously we've only just started to knock it off, so we need to spread this around a little bit. But we're going to have a quick look at what's up here. If I can't get it to go myself, then well, we might have to go and get bring in a mechanic, I think. Okay. I mean, the first thing is there's no signs of any leaks or any spills or anything like that. Or nothing dripping on the floor anywhere. That's a good start, I suppose. Just open this door up as well, see what we can hear going on. That doesn't sound very good. Oh! We're going again. We are going again. Fancy that. Jeez, I need to get these mows washed. Oh, we're looking dirty. So this tractor was last serviced at the end of the winter. It shouldn't need another service again. It's concerning that there was a little bit of... It sounded like there was a bit of a block to the fuel line now. It just wasn't firing over properly. I'm a little bit concerned that it's started up now. If there is a block to any kind of fuel line there, it could suggest that by starting it up there, we've just moved that block a little bit further down. So what I might have to do is I'm just going to have a chat with one of the fitters down at Charlie's dealership there, down at the store, and we'll see if we get their advice. They might want to send someone up to have a look at it. I don't know, but the only way we can find out is by having a quick chat with them. So I'll go make a phone call, and I'll get back to you. Right, well, welcome back, folks. That didn't last very long. I was on the phone to the mechanic here, wherever Mike's gone. He's around here somewhere. And as I was on the phone to him, the tractor died again. And I'm just not sure what it was. So rather than kind of try and figure that out and wait for any given period of time, we just thought we'd bring it, get the fitter out here now, and then he can have a look at it and see what's up. And that's probably the best way we can go with it, really. It's under warranty still in terms of maintenance, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. So it just made more sense to do it this way. So we're going to try and get this fixed. At the moment there's a light on the dash, which is a service light that we need to look into. Now Mike reckons that the service records would suggest that it doesn't need to be serviced again. There could be a slight blockage that's triggered the CPU to think this, but he's going to have a flick through it anyway and see what's up. So I'm going to leave him to do that anyway. He's currently having a wander with it and a bit of a tinker on, and then we should get that fixed and up and working. Meanwhile, very impressed with what we've got up here, to be honest. Great deal of grass on the ground. Really, really thick actually. In some places, really thick swaths. So we need to get up here. It's supposed to be a great day for the rest of today and tomorrow. So I might get Barry, as soon as he's finished down the bottom there, just spring straight up and get this knocked about as well. We might get this one baled in a couple of days if it's that dry. Which would be ideal for us. It really would be. We haven't got much in the terms of foddy left at all, so to get some extra hay or more than anticipated is ideal. The hay prices are starting to climb up a bit, however nowhere near as much as the price of straw. I've got enough in now to last for a little bit longer, but I had to do some quotes for straw for my budgets. Looking at about £160 a tonne for straw at the moment, which is astronomical. And I really don't have to go anywhere near that at all where possible. So that's something we're going to have to try and hope and pray that we can get a lot of straw off our own land so we don't have to. Ideally, if we could manage to salvage some to sell, that would be excellent because the prices are so high. But there's a little bit left to tidy up in here, a few odds and ends in that corner we need to tidy up. But obviously until the crop's better, we won't, or the tractor's better, we won't be doing that. There they go again, still busy. That's the second load I think I've seen that lad go down with. Grand. Right, well we're going to see what's going on here. Hopefully we'll get this up and running again and then finished up, and then we'll come back to you later on. Well, welcome back everybody. We have moved on a couple of days since we last spoke, and you can see here that we've got Brian out in this case, just starting to row up the field in front of us, which is good news, so he can get pushing on there, and I am going to just get the Fent and the Chrome Baler, or the Coon Baler, beg your pardon, wrapped up and ready to go, and we'll go and chase him out of this field, really. So we're all getting along there very well. It's been a lovely couple of days actually, really nice to dry everything out. It's very much what we needed. Turn that down again. So the baler is in here. Hooked the Fent up to it again. Love seeing this Fent on this baler. It just looks fantastic. Really, really does. It's full of string. It's full of grease. Full of air in the tyres. But more importantly, empty of any bales. So it's good to go. We should be able to get out there now and get cracking. But before we do, we'll just have a quick wander over here. Finally a little bit of visible progress. So there's been a little bit more progress down here with the construction site. The lads have come in actually, they've got the road put in there now. I'm still clearing up my mind and kind of ironing out a few ideas as to what we'll do with this bit. But yeah, they're getting there. Got an excavator in there, so you can now see we've got a road built in there, so they're making some nice progress. The site's been properly opened up as well. So I wouldn't expect it too long before we start to see some foundations going up somewhere. But yeah, just nice to keep an eye on it really, see how the progress is coming along. What we will do for now is we'll just jump into our fence. Perfect. So we're just going to get out of here. And we'll just slowly make our way around. I would like Brian to get a little bit of a head start really. I don't want to be chasing him too close behind because I can get a good look of speed up sometimes with this. And we are doing alright for fuel, I do believe. Plenty of gas in the tank. So we'll just have a slow little jaunt down to the bottom. We can't really get into that side gate, so you have to go all the way down to the main road. It's just a little bit too tight in this tractor, but there he goes, pushing ahead. So how are you all doing? I hope you're all very well today. Welcome to every one of you who are new. Welcome to new and old subscribers. Always nice to have you on board. Any of you new guys, do of course let me know down below where you're watching from. As always, I do like to kind of keep an idea and figure out where the audience is viewing from really. So yeah, drop a message down below. Just let us know what's going on and where you're watching from. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Now I just need to kind of swing out wide a bit. Now I just need to swing out wide a little bit here. Well, that'll about do it. Excellent stuff. So, with that in mind, I think we're good to go pretty much. Everything has been set up and working, so I can just engage the PTO. Move us out of the rough bit of the gate a touch, lower the pickup down, and we'll get after it. So, I don't know why he's got quite so much of a severe curve on here, but he has. But not to worry. As you can see, as the haze dried out, it has really kind of wilted down here. There's not a great deal in here at all, in the swath at least. But never mind, we can always just we've got to just pick up what we can now, so we'll get this ironed up pretty quickly. Currently at the moment, I know I said yesterday, well 2 days ago, sorry, when we last spoke, that there was going to be a little while before, that's part of a week before we get ready for our cereal crops. We're probably not that far away. It's probably going to be less than about 3 days now. If we get 2 more days like we've had today and yesterday, so really nice sunny dry days, I'll be very happy and very willing and able to really crack on. It's just not quite there yet. Tested some of the spring barley this morning and it's still coming in at around about 20%. One field I had an average of about just over 19.5, so if I can get it down to about 17, 16.5, weather permitting, I'm willing to go at it and get it cleared up, because I know that we're falling into the autumn now, so what I don't want is to have to stop or have to kind of sacrifice picking it up now and then get hit by weather through September, so which is always a possibility. No, I just need to lift my header up here. I stopped here because this bit's a little bit rough in here. So we'll just pick up the pickup bar. There we go. So yeah, if I can get some good favourable conditions over the next few days, then we might push at it and just see what we can do. I am speaking with Charlie. Actually, he's got a few representatives from the company MacDon. If any of you who know MacDon, they produce headers. Primarily at the moment, they're based in North America, but they are trying to make an impression over here in Europe. So they have a few headers in line. They're leading the corner again still. And I am going to see about the possibility of us potentially borrowing one of these headers for a trial, see what they're like. They have the flexible headers, so that you can adjust them based off the contours of the ground a little bit more accurately. And you also have a much better belt feed system, which will be so much more consistent in feeding the auger house. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. So if we can get that, we might be able to pick up that for a couple of days. It's actually in the region about 5 foot wider than our current header, which is, it shouldn't be the end of the world. It should be quite manageable. And if we get a good even feed in there, then there should be no issues with the combine being able to handle it either, which is good. Brian's not that far ahead at the moment. I'm chasing him for all he's worth. So in this field here, this was, as you may well remember, we got the contractors in for silage. This was first cut silage, and then immediately after the silage was lifted, we hit this with some 2016 4. Which is like a nitrogen boosting. It's a fertilizer which is primarily built for its nitrogen qualities and its fixation qualities, but it's got a little bit extra sulfate in there, so that it allows the additional boost for grass, for fresh grass, and the extra additional grass growth, which is what you need when you've just stripped a whole crop of grass off the field. So that's what we applied. We applied that onto here, but not very heavily, quite sparingly, really, about 1.5 tons an acre. But it's done its job. It gave us a good little kick through here. Got a few days of rain, which absolutely helped, but nothing too much. But yeah, all in all, did all right. Judging on it now as we're flying around the field here, it's making more bales than I thought it would, just off the inspection and the size of the swath. So hey, that's not too bad. All we can do is just keep pushing on though. We're going to keep cracking on. We're going to push on through to the rest of the day, see how we're coming along in this field, and then we'll come back to you and give you a bit of an update as we get going. Well, we're back a little bit earlier than I thought. I am playing catch up, and I've just about caught up with Barry here actually. He's probably about maybe one row ahead, just. But the ground has been swallowed up behind him at an alarmingly quick rate of knots. So we're not going to get too much more done for a while, because I'm going to have to wait for him to get ahead, or I'm going to have to just creep along behind him. Either way, it means it's going to slow us down a touch. But what can we do? I'm going to let him get out of the way here first. And I've overtaken him. So, with that in mind, we're just going to keep pushing ahead here. It shouldn't take us too much longer. As long as Barry can keep a good speed up, I'll be right behind him. We'll get this field wrapped up maybe within the next hour, I should think. So we will we'll come back and we'll show you how we're looking, how many bales we've got later on down the line. We've probably got, let's be honest, another 2 days, 3 days in which to get this field baled and cleared before we have to think about bringing the combine out. So we can work with that. That's not a problem at all. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. What I would say is thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate that. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't, hit that thumbs down button and let me know what you didn't like. Until next time, though. And also, like I said, yeah, do let us all know where you're from and where you're watching if you're new to the channel. Until next time, though, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we will see you next time. So until then, happy farming.